This is the Polyend Synth, and it's a synth. You can separate it into 3 different synth sounds so that you can essentially get 3 different instruments out of this. Are you laughing that I said this is a synth? It is. It is.
Yeah,
what else would I say about it? It's a Polyend Synth.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Each of these synths have 8 engines you can choose from, and this is an 8-voice synth, which means you can play 8 notes at once. It's a lot of 8s. There's a few different ways that you can lay out this grid. You can have the 3 synths together like this. You can have them separated like this. And then you can just have synth 1, just synth 2, or just synth 3. To change the synth engine, you choose synth 1, synth 2, or synth 3. And then you press shift and screen and you scroll through the different options. Once you choose a layout and an engine for each synth, you can save it as a scene so that you can recall it later. There's a bunch of scenes already saved on here when you get this thing, so I'm going to scroll through them and just pick a random one and play around with it. Modifying each synth sound can get really detailed, and you can shape the waveform in whatever ways you'd like. Polyend Synth also has a sequencer that I really love, and my favorite thing to do with it is to make each synth have a different sequence and play around with that. First, I'll make a sequence on synth 2. You use this knob over here to adjust the tempo. Now it's time for a sequence on synth 3. And then over here, I'll adjust the mix. And now synth 1. You can also change each synth to be a different subdivision of the tempo. And you can add effects like reverb, delay, and modulation to each synth. You can also adjust the attack, the decay, the sustain, and the release for each synth, also known as ADSR in the synth community. You know, we call it that. We like that. It's not ASMR. It's ADSR. It's close, but different. I'm just saying. I don't listen to videos about ADSR. I listen to videos about ASMR.
Okay. But you make ADSR.
Yeah, unfortunately. A great thing you can do with this is you can pan each synth differently. So I'm gonna put synth 1 on the left, synth 3 on the right, and then I'm gonna keep synth 2 in the center. You can also adjust the filter on each synth, and in some cases, a resonator. If you spend one afternoon with this thing, I think you're gonna learn most of what you need to know. And then after that, it's really easy to use, and it's pretty simple to make something sound good. So thank you so much to Polyend for sending me the synth and for sponsoring today's video. And I should note that one part is green. We're using old firmware. So I don't want any comments that are like, see, a different color. You know, I get it. Use different synth firmware, okay? All right, yours will be magenta, okay? Just know that, okay? I know I'm not an idiot.